Hello everyone, and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically. We have been covering a bunch of X99 motherboards from AliExpress and from China. So far, I tried my best to keep the price down, show you guys something that is very close to regular SBC prices, the powerful ones. So Rock 5A, Rock 5B, range, Rock 5A pink, 16 gigabyte RAM one. So those are always around like 140, 150 bucks. So I kept trying to show you an alternative option, which is used CPUs, Intel Xeon CPUs with a Chinese X99 motherboard to keep the price in like 100, 110. We had one that was the most expensive, like 140. Now, price not going to be the priority number one, because this is a $223 motherboard with RAM and CPU. So I'm not even going to say what is in it because I keep getting surprises. I don't expect something and then I see something is shipped with it. But I will put on the screen my order. It will show you that motherboard plus CPU plus RAM. So hopefully they delivered what I ordered, and I'm gonna see what I got. And the most critical thing in this motherboard for me was that it is dual socket. That's $220 for a dual socket motherboard that comes with two CPUs is super impressive to me, for me. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yep, it's not a pizza. I guarantee you that. I know it looks like a pizza box and it even opens like a pizza box, but it is not a pizza. So let's open this up. That's exactly how it arrived. And I already see RAM sticks, and I think two of those. Okay, so let me put that aside. I/O, shield, the motherboard, and there's nothing else in the pizza box. I can put a pizza in this. And all right, let's see what we got. Look at that. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I already love it. It's already populated. Two coolers I'm gonna need. I have to put on this. So, okay, let's take a look at it closer. So this is Intel Xeon E5 2680 V4. So 2.4 gigahertz, and the same thing over here, 2680 V4 E5 Xeon. It's a dual, and it's so shiny, it's like a mirror. We are gonna go through this. I'm gonna keep this, let's see, anything in the back? No, absolutely nothing in the back, okay? So I'm gonna keep this, put it here. I'm gonna go through the I/O and everything. Here, oh wow. So I see already 1, 2, 3, 4 USB 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4 USB 2. Audio stuff, keyboard PS2 and mouse. Okay, so SATA, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can absolutely make a beast NAS out of this, which is obviously very overkill. I don't think you should really turn this bad boy into a NAS. This is definitely the best candidate for Proxmox, and it does have two CPUs already, a lot of core and a lot of RAM slots. So yeah, I think definitely I'm going to turn this into Proxmox. The only thing that really sucks in this right away, at least maybe more stuff gonna suck, is that the Ethernet is just a gigabit Ethernet. So all the horsepower and the NAS and everything, and a gigabit Ethernet, it's not matching the spec. I was expecting a lot more. That's how they went, how they designed. And seems like it's really power hungry as well. I see two CPU connectors on two sides and the ATX power connector. Yeah, I think they have done a good job in cooling. Hopefully, I will also try the thermal camera just in case. There's nothing else that matters really. I mean, fan controller connections, I get it. In terms of PCIe, it is there's an NVMe PCIe Gen 2 X4, NVMe PCIe Gen 3 X4. So I don't know why they didn't keep both as Gen 3. I guess some limitation or cost cutting and something. But yeah, Gen 3, Gen 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4 RAM and 1, 2, 3, 4 each for each CPU. And these two are, I think, X16 Gen 3. So these are X16 PCIe slots, both of them. The front panel stuff is right here. Color is exact same color coding as we have seen in the other motherboards. I'm gonna connect the power button to this one. Yeah, CPU fan and case fan, and there's more over here, more over there. And this one is PCIe 1X. Well, I don't even know what I can connect there. That's like X1. No, I don't think it's even good for like 10 gigabyte Ethernet card. There is no VGA output, no graphics outputs. I can't get anything out of it. I don't even see the usual COM stuff. Oh yeah, there is COM port right there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, there's a buzzer over here. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to use up one of these PCIe slots for a graphics card. I will just use the one I used the last time, 2060. I'm not gonna game on this, obviously. So I'll just put the X16 number one. I will put the 2060 over here, and I think I'm gonna use a 10 gigabit Ethernet on this one, because that definitely sucks. I am not going to use a gigabit with this overpowered motherboard. Okay, in terms of the lengths and stuff, let me see. Let's go with centimeter first. So this is 30, almost 30. It's 29 and a half centimeters by 28. So 28, yeah, definitely 28. 28 centimeters by 29 and a half on this side, on side of the IO. So it's not really exactly square, so it's rectangle. The side of the IO is longer and this is shorter. Yeah, so anyway, I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of work to do. Okay, by the way, what they ship with the RAM? Oh, two. Okay, so each have two. So they shipped 16 gigabyte, and 2400. I saw on their website, the listing, AliExpress listing, I think they support 3200. I don't have a lot of 3200 laying around, but what I'm gonna do is I have exactly the same type of RAM, 2400 and 16 gigabyte. First, I'm gonna go with official. Okay, I will put the official RAM that they sent, and if everything worked, then and only then I will try to even add more to it. First, I will add more RAM, and not more, not faster RAM, but just more 16 gigabyte RAM. So I will try to use the max RAM that I can with this motherboard, because this is a very, very powerful CPU and dual socket. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. So it's 16 gigabyte and 2400. Okay, two over here, two over there. While you guys are here and I haven't gone into fast forward mode, let me see the channel. So dim 5. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I don't really see like channel markings, but I think it's with the color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to populate these, put 2 CPU coolers for each, connect the fans to connectors, and bring out a power supply and everything, and we'll take it from there. Just give me a couple of moments, I will be right back. Okay, here's what I prepared. So because one of these are faster, right? This is Gen 2 and this is Gen 3. I brought 2 different ones. So Samsung 1 terabyte one, and PNY, I think this is more, yeah, PNY 2 terabyte. So I will give the 2 terabyte to the faster one, Gen 3 one. I'll put this in here, okay? And this one for this one. And we'll install the RAMs, and I brought the 2 unused fans, coolers for these two. So now we are going to go into the fast forward mode. Let me prepare everything. Okay, we are back and I'm already sorry for the rat's nest. Okay.
We have got rats here.
I have no choice. I want to show you everything to you guys, and this is the mess I have to make for that. So long story short, I put a PCIe 10 gigabit Ethernet adapter over here, and that's the only Ethernet connection that I have. I put a 2060 and HDMI is connected to it, and I populated every single hard disk slot, SATA disk drive. So, and I connected 2 CPU, so 4 RAM and 2 coolers. So I am gonna be honest, if you are planning on doing this, these two CPU slots are way too close. I think it's a little bit bad design. And why I'm saying little bit, maybe it's a lot of a bad design, because I have never had issues with these coolers. This is the first time. They are literally were grinding against each other. So I really cut off the plastic part of this. Yeah, I had no option. I just want to move on with the video, and I'm excited. I just want to see how it works. So yeah, don't use this cooler if you are planning on getting this motherboard. You need a much smaller footprint cooler. Okay, so let me turn on the power supply. Okay, idle it goes to 0607, doesn't matter. And now we are going to turn it on. Okay. Okay. Oh, there is, by the way, there is a LED here for the error codes. That's really nice. The previous ones didn't have that. Okay, yeah, those are normal. So let me just keep pressing delete button, and hopefully we'll see something. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, it's the first time, so it's doing the tests for the RAM and everything, graphics card, CPU, RAM, it's testing everything. So this is expected, this is normal. I don't think it should do it again though, especially if we put the CMOS battery. So, or if I don't power off from power supply, so it should never do all these tests again. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Still nothing on the screen, still not. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, so we are here. Okay, yeah, typical. UEFI 2.4, PI 1.3, DU994, 3.6, X64. So yeah, it's typical. Total memory is 64 gigabyte. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 416. And date and time is incorrect, that's okay. ACPI settings and TCSD, this is serial hardware monitor. So it is detecting why it is showing just one CPU temperature. I was system temperatures, I have no idea. Smart fan mode, it's there, okay. RTC wake up by RTC. SCSI, oh, this is the Realtek Gigabit Ethernet. I'm not using it. I'm not gonna use this one. As I said, I put my own PCIe X 10 Gigabit Ethernet adapter, so we're gonna go with that. Above 4G decoding, VGA, PCIX, resize bar support. Why this is disabled? Okay. And SRIOV, I'm gonna enable it because we are going to install Proxmox on this bad boy. PCIe settings. Is there a bifurcation settings on this? You guys keep asking about that, so I want to make sure I cover it. I don't see here, but I remember these BIOS settings are different, so I think I know where it is. UEFI and legacy supported, NVMe, USB. Yeah, okay, so let's go here. Yeah, it's here, right? So where was that? I forgot. IIO, yeah, IIO, and then IIO. Yeah, so here is the bifurcation settings for you guys that you keep asking. I'm not gonna do it every single time, but you don't need to really. That's there, so it should work. No reason not to, okay? And there is VT, Zelia, I don't know what that is. Okay, so Intel IIO and everything else. Let's see. Power, yeah, you guys also asked for P state and C state and T state, okay? They are all here. It's the same, you know, CMOS, RAM, ROM thing. So BIOS, UEFI, whatever you want to call it, it's same. Yeah, so if you have seen my previous videos on similar motherboard, X99 motherboards, this is almost identical. Config TDP, you can also play around here with the TDP and stuff. I am not going to. Processor configuration, yeah, VMX I want it to be enabled. SMX, nah, I don't care. So TXT support, don't care. This is the execute disabled bit. This is a security feature. This is for like DEP, data execution prevention stuff, okay? Execute disabled bit and hyper threading. Oh, okay, I'm ready for the, oh, here there's a first glance at the processor 0, processor 1. So we have Xeon, Intel Xeon E5 2680V for 2.4 gigahertz. I'm seeing it for the first time that both are detected, and we saw the RAM is also detected. And let's keep going with these priorities. UEFI, oh, by the way, yeah, so I put a PNY 2 terabyte in the fast slot and the 1 terabyte Samsung in the slower slot. I just want to see if it, okay, so here we see all our disks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's correct. So I have 6 8 terabyte NVMe SSD and 2 mechanical 20 terabyte Western Digital Gold drives. Okay, everything is detected. Okay, so far so good. Everything is looking good. Okay, so yeah, I am just I made a bunch of changes to install Proxmox. I'm gonna keep it. So let me grab my Proxmox USB. Okay, I am going to do a save and exit. And okay, all right, so we are back, and as you can see on the screen, we have 14 core, 28 threads on each CPU, and 2 times 28 is 56. So as you can see, we have 56 threads shown on the screen in here. And I got the P sensor up and running for temperatures. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is let's do first a NeoFetch, so you can see the results in here. Let's do it again. Okay, Xeon 26Y, it's showing 3.3. It is wrong, it's reporting wrong. I don't think it's 3.3. Okay, and then also there is NVIDIA 2060. Okay, what I'm gonna do is let's do a quick sysbench, although sysbench is probably going to finish very quickly, but yeah, okay. Sysbench threads equals 56. And let it run. Okay, CPU package is rising to 88 in here, and then the second one is 66 and 96, 66. So yeah, this is ramping up on both. Okay, so we got 40,000. Okay, on the stress NG in the sysbench. Let's do a stress NG2 while I brought its name up. CPU 56, CPU method xprod. By the way, look at the power consumption over here on this on here as the sysbench is running. It is going at 300 110 watts when I'm using both CPUs to the max. 320, and also GPU, don't forget that one. So I'm using 2060 here, 2060 and two Intel Xeon CPUs. Okay, so keep that in mind. And here's the score. Let's see what we got. Oh my god, that's 124,000. Okay, that's really fast, obviously. Okay, so what else can I do here? Oh, by the way, my Ethernet adapter is also working, but anyway, just to confirm, I will just do a very quick test. Yep, as you can see, the full 10 gigabit Ethernet is working. So yeah, everything is working, and it is very fast, as you can tell. But actually also power consumption is high. When it's idle and it's using just the GPU and just the motherboard, not much on the CPU, as you can see, it is kind of idling at 137, 30, 40, something like that, right? But keep in mind that these are, all the hard disk drives are also connected. There you go, beautiful. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 8 terabyte and SSDs connected, and 2 20 terabyte. Those are connected, and this is my NVMe SSD. So the other NVMe SSD 1 terabyte one in the slow PCIe slot, that doesn't work. So I'm gonna say use that only for Wi-Fi and other PCIe. It's not good for a disk, so you can't connect an NVMe SSD to it basically. Okay, so yeah, all the disks are connected and powered and working. And when it's idling with the 2060, it is idling at 133 watts. So now let me very quickly install a Proxmox and we take it from there. I will be right back. Oh, by the way, before I go, sorry. Let me actually let me show you. Let's do something. The flash ROM, the BIOS thing. So let's try. What was it? Flash ROM-R-P first. Internal-read BIOS.bin. Oh, so it detected 2 flash chips. Both are 16 kilobytes, so 16 megabyte. I don't think any of them are BIOS, so I'm gonna say with flash ROM internally you won't be able to read the BIOS and Intel ME and other stuff. You have to do that with SOIC clip. But anyway, I'm gonna read it anyway, just in case. I'm gonna call this is the first one. Okay, so first one is read, and for the second one I'm calling it BIOS, but I don't think it is a BIOS. But yeah, anyway, let me just copy this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 2 16 megabyte files are there. So if I try the first one, yeah, I don't think it's BIOS, but let me try BIOS and turn this into text. Nope, as suspected. So I see some stuff over here. MFSBOSID. But yeah, whatever it is not BIOS. Let me see what it is. Right description. Smart NM operation threshold, CPU, thermal, AC power. Yeah, it looks like it is something in the OS and some other part. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not BIOS. Yeah. What is it? MRO read 74, write 74. That looks like Linux kernel stuff. November 20, 2014. What is this? Huh. That's really strange. So if we do strings on the bias.bin, okay, what's going on here? Let's see if I see anything familiar. Actually, this could be something related to BIOS. Okay, let's read the second one too. Okay, this looks identical. Yeah, SMBIOS entry table. Yeah, this is this could be. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so that's part of BIOS. So okay, let's do the deed and let me grab this ME cleaner. Okay, let's try this on our example. Okay, so let's try this Python ME cleaner. Okay, and let's try with the first one, bios.bin. Oh, okay, so that was BIOS. Okay, so full image detected and 6 FPT headers, 6 partitions, and it did everything. Should be now this. The region can be reduced to this. Okay, so this can be done. Okay, so let's go to, should I remove and flash it back to in firmware? So removed, so only this part ftptr was not removed, so I removed everything, I guess. And modified is there. Yeah, so it removed the Intel ME. I guess I can flash this back, but before that let me try the other bios2 file. I want to see if that's also correct. So Python 3 ME cleaner modified 2, and this should be bios2. Oh, okay. Hold on, are those two files same? No, they were not same. Even the strings were different, but I just want to make sure. BIOS2. Yeah, they are same. Okay, so I think that's just the flash ROM messing up. Okay, forget about that. Now I am going to, what I'm gonna do is, I think we got the cleaned up image. Yeah, we have the modified.bin right there, and it's just flash ROM messing up. It's just one image. So, you know, I don't care. So I'm just gonna try flash ROM -p internal -c is the chip that we read it from, the first one. I guess I can let it complain and then do it. Okay, yeah, p internal write modified.bin. Okay, yeah, so now as it is complaining, I am just going to give it the first one, reading the old chip content, and I'm writing the modified flash ROM modified, Intel ME modified file, Intel ME cleaned file, that's modified.bin. I'm right now writing that back to the BIOS chip. And now with that, we should have no Intel ME we should be getting rid of all Intel ME related stuff. Okay, there you go. We did that. All right. So wish me luck. This could be a short video if this doesn't work. And as I said, the idle is 140, 50, 135, 130 to 150. It goes up and down with usage, okay? But when you use everything, the CPUs, all cores, full capacity of all 56 threads, it goes up to 300. And keep in mind, it is also 2060s there, okay? We tested everything, iPerf, StressNG, Sysbench, hard disks were detected, everything is working. I cleaned up Intel ME, flashed, wrote it back to the flash chip, and now I'm going to boot and try to install Proxmox and make sure that Proxmox works. So yeah, just let me reboot and we'll take it from there. Oh, look at that, we are back. And yeah, Intel ME should be completely gone now. System settings, and yeah, I don't see it even here, but it should be all completely gone. So now I'm just going to boot from the USB, and hopefully Proxmox should show up. Yep. Okay, let's go into fast forward mode and let me install Proxmox and we take it from there. Let's go. Okay, so we are back, and as you saw, I installed the Proxmox, and everything seems to be in order. As you can see, the IP address is 172.16.189. Now let's go to my main computer, and as you can see, 172.16.189, and there you go. And this is my Proxmox running on this bad boy. And as you can see, I have 56 threads and in Intel V4 2.4 and 2 sockets, and it detected that. So RAM is 64 gigabyte, that is detected, hard disk storage and everything. So we have a lot of cores on this. So what I did was I just downloaded a container image for Ubuntu 22, I believe. And also I downloaded the ISO for the TrueNAS. So if we go to the console, there we go. So I was just going to install it. I wanted you guys to see it. So what I also want to do is I want to show you guys the pass-through. So let's say we have all those hard disks, right? You don't need it in the host Proxmox. You want it in the guest TrueNAS. So what we can do is we can literally go here and go to adding a hard disk, and from the storage, so we have, how was that one? So not here. Okay, so we have to follow the guide that is described here. So I am just going to go into the shell, paste that, and these are my disks. So SDA0A, sorry, is in use already. That's what I'm using for the containers. I am going to go with SDB and this particular one, okay? And we just need the device ID and everything for that. And I am going to pass that like this. All right, so I'm going to copy this and I am going to put my own device, which is this. Copy that. Okay, now let's run. Okay, and also the VM ID is 100. So that's the TrueNAS ID, as you can see. So I'm going to copy that, paste that over here. Okay, so it should be good now. SCSI2 is the hard disk drive. Okay, so if I do a power cycle, so now let's try again. There you go. Okay, so now that's the TrueNAS and that's the hard disk that I'm passing it through. Okay, so I can install the TrueNAS on this one and go into TrueNAS as a guest and use that for storage. So this one is working perfectly. Container, same story. If I go to console in here, there you go. So So if we go root, and there you go. It's super cool and fast. Okay, so if I go here, if I want to create another container, right? So if I just say container2 and just enter unsure as the password, right? And go to template, use the Ubuntu 22, go to disk, make this like I don't know, 80 gig, and go to CPU. Let's go with 8 cores. We have plenty of cores. And if we go to the RAM, we go 8192. This is all good. Go with DHCP, DNS, use my DNS server settings, not 888 or anything else. Start right after creation, finish. That's it. That's it. So you can create as many as Ubuntu machines as you want, just like that. And as you can see, it is ultra fast, very fast. And if I go back to the Proxmox summary, you can see that we are barely using like 1% of the CPU. To be fair, I haven't finalized my TrueNAS setup as a guest in this, and I'm not really using any container other than like 2 containers. Oh, there you go, that one is already up. So root, unsure, yeah. Look at that, okay? So yeah, I have the 10 gigabit Ethernet connection connected to this via this PCIe, and I have graphics card that I can do pass-through, and I have 2 CPUs. Everything is working perfectly. And you know what? Should I try this? That's a lot of work actually. That's you have to do it in the kernel grub settings. But again, there is like a documentation for everything, right? Proxmox and pass-through GPU. There you go. So there is a PCIe pass-through. This is it. So you just have to follow this and make changes to the grub. And yeah, once we have that, first we have to see that IOMMU is enabled. I enabled it in the BIOS, but I just want to make sure that we have it. Let's see. Okay, so there you go. Okay, we have it. So IOMMU, I enabled it in BIOS, so that's fine. So what we have to do is basically for GPU pass-through, I have to blacklist for AMD and NVIDIA, blacklist this one so the OS does not use it. And then I have to just copy the change that I have to do. Where is it? In the grub. Somewhere here in the grub we have to make a change. And that's kind of it. Okay, so we are here. SPCI. We have a bunch of stuff related to the Xeon. Okay, let's do it with the container. Let's just go to... Okay, I am going to just try it on the TrueNAS and see if it causes any issues or if it works. Actually, how do I even check that in TrueNAS? Forget about it, we have to wait. Okay, I'm not gonna stop recording, but let's wait. Okay, let's wait. Okay, so we are back, and let me show you. So I just didn't install the Ubuntu. I just downloaded the ISO. So here's we already did with the TrueNAS. We already did the disk attach. Now with the Ubuntu, I'm going to do a PCI device fully pass-through. So we just select the. I have to find it first. It should be somewhere here. There you go. Okay, so I select the GeForce RTX 2060 and primary GPU and all functions. So I'm just going to add that to this VM, and I am going to start. Hopefully it won't crash or anything. Let's okay, it crashed. Okay, let's start a new Ubuntu 22, and I am going to use the Ubuntu 22 ISO, this one. And let's go, it's default, Q35, CBIOS, continue, disk, let's go with 150. This is a desktop, so 1 socket, let's go with 8 cores. And then let's do 8192, and this is fine, start after created, and finish. So this is the Ubuntu. So let me also add the pass through the PCIe device. So we are going to pass we have to find the 2060. There you go. So GeForce 2060, as you saw, it was too quick. Let me see. GeForce 2060. We're gonna all functions. I don't think we need that primary GPU thing. Okay, so actually let me reset that. Let me see. Okay, it needs a full power cycle, so we are going to stop this and start it again. Now let's see. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now I passed through the whole 2060 to the guest OS, and that's going to be the Ubuntu 22. If you want to, you can do that. So yeah, I passed through the disk for the TrueNAS VM. I passed through the GPU to Ubuntu 22 VM. So you can, and I already can hear it's ramping up. The GPU is ramping up. Oh yeah, it's getting louder. So yep. So if I go with try, I just want to show you guys that the GPU is there somewhere, and I'm not going to install it right now. I have other stuff to do, but I just wanted to show you guys you can do PCIe pass-through here. IO, MMU, and everything else related to it works. Okay, let's go to the terminal. And let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that, right? So you know what I'm saying. Okay, so everything is working in this motherboard. I cleaned up the Intel ME. Both CPUs are working. We are getting great scores in the Sysbench and Stress NG. GPU pass-through works. Ethernet 10 gigabit PCIe works. Hard disk drives, every single SATA port works. And the power idle is 135. And when you're ramping it up, obviously with GPU and CPU, it goes to 300 watts. But remember, I'm running everything in the 750 watt power supply. So double thumbs up from me. Everything worked on this motherboard more than what I was expecting, honestly. I was expecting issues. The RAMs they sent worked, the CPU they sent worked. All I did, other than the $220 for the motherboard, what I did was just provide the power supply and the two fans, the cooler, which actually, as I told you, I had to snip off the plastic plastic cover of the fan on the other one. If you want, just use some other cooler. This one is not compatible. I just forcefully installed it to just move on, but yeah, that's not the way to go. And that's a bad design. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope I covered everything I can in this video, but still, if you have any questions, let me know down below and I will try to answer it. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.